Welcome to Martin Survival. So a while back you guys saw me construct and build the Paiute Deadfall trap. I showed you the components, I showed you the machine, and I showed you exactly how it works. In today's video we're actually going to test it out here in the field. So stick around and let's get started. Welcome back to Martin Survival. So right now we are on private land and it is permitted for me to set up these deadfall traps. So what we want to look for first is animal signs and game trails. That's where you want to set up your trap. So as you can see here right behind me, we have signs of animals, most likely a rat. We have Joshua tree fruits that are broken up. We have the seeds that are chewed on, and this is exactly where I want to set up my first deadfall trap. The other deadfall traps, we're going to do the same thing, look for game trails and clear signs of animals. For the bait that I'll be using is right here. This is from the yucca. This is a yucca fruit. I'm going to slice this up and put it right on the tip of this bait stick for my Paiute Deadfall trap. So let's go ahead and get started with setting these traps up and looking for other game trails. So as you can see right behind me, we have our Paiute Deadfall trap set up. This is ready to go, it's already baited. And now we can move on to our second game trail. So as you can see, we have this deadfall trap set up in between this Mormon tea bush and this Joshua tree. Once again, we have a game trail and signs of an animal right down there, the Joshua tree fruits. We bait the stick, let this sit, come back a little bit later and see what we can't find. Now this last and final trap I'm going to set is going to be right in this juniper tree. So as you can see here, we have a game trail. The vegetation is split on each side. We have signs of most likely a ground squirrel or once again a rat that's coming in through here and munching on these little berries. So we'll go ahead and get this set up. So this trap is a little bit different. I actually baited it using peanut butter. So we're going to see how well that does. And we're set. So I have 3 traps set, and what I'll do is I'll let them sit overnight and check back with you guys tomorrow morning. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. Alright guys, so I checked all 3 of our traps. Nothing, not a nibble, not a bite, nothing at all. No signs of animal activity either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them still stand how they are, and we'll check back in a few hours and maybe we'll get something then. Now you got to remember, you want to keep on checking them every few hours during the day because it's so hot outside. We don't want that meat to spoil and insects to crawl all around our meat. We want to keep on checking them as frequently as possible. And another thing is, if I were in a real life survival situation or a long-term wilderness living situation, I would want to set a lot more than just 3 traps. I would want to set multiple traps, anywhere from 30 to 40 traps on multiple game trails and signs of animals to increase our chances of securing meat. All right, guys, so we just got back over here to the field, and this is day 3 in this trapping experiment. Trap number 1 didn't have any activity at all. No nibbling, no nothing, the bait's still there. Trap number 2, as you can see, definitely had some activity. But there's something that I did wrong with this trap. I set this bait stick way too low, so what happened was, when that animal started nibbling on that bait, what happened is the bait stick started hitting the floor, but it didn't spring because it was set too low. So what I need to do is I need to prop this up a little bit, kind of clear out some dirt. Trap number 3 completely set off, and I actually thought I had an animal underneath it. But last night we also had a little bit of wind too, so I'm thinking that the wind picked up and blew that trap over. So I need to get that thing reset as well and kind of smooth out some of the ground so we can flatten that animal once that animal nibbles on that bait stick. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. Leave these things for another couple hours and come back and check them, and maybe we got something a little bit later. All right, so it's been a few hours and I checked trap number 1. This is trap number 2, and I also checked trap number 3. I went ahead and I released the trigger and the bait stick on 1 and 3 because we do have a critter that walked into this trap, being trap number 2. So as you can see here, we do have a chipmunk, and he's definitely killed. It was a quick, humane kill. It didn't have any suffering. This thing is flattened, but the weight of this rock, being it's 20 plus pounds, this is about as humane as it can get. I don't like the snares because the animal has to struggle and it dies a slow, painful death. So these deadfalls, when you are in a wilderness living situation, these deadfalls in my area are the way to go. So we will definitely be using this on our dinner plate tonight. So I do appreciate you joining me for this video. I'm Jeff with Martin Survival, and we'll see you in the next one.